What's gaming gamers? Are we live? It seems like we might be live. Whoa. Epic. I don't see the stream on my display. Why is that? Am I bad? I might just be bad. Okay, there it is. My 0 viewers. Perfect. Okie dokie. What are we getting up to today? Okay, first off, new Obsidian page. So, what do we want to do? I think today's just bug fixes for the thing, right? Yeah. Okay, you know what? Looking at some of these bugs, I don't even want to fix it. Okay, yeah, I don't even want to fix some of these problems, honestly. But, I guess if anything, this is like the only major issue that we should fix. Storing the memory in the background. The code is still very buggy. And to be honest, I don't think half of the tests work. But, yeah, our main goal here is just to get something up, something demoing, and to show that I kind of know what I'm doing when it comes to AI. And also, no music this stream, because I realized that can get copyrighted. Okay, so getting the AI to store the memory in the background. That involves a refactor. I don't like writing refactors. It's kind of annoying where you're not writing new things. I don't know. Getting memory stuff to work in the background. That should help with latency a lot, and also we need Pomodoro timer. I just realized my volume's at 100, but let me turn that down real quick. Okie dokie. Let's get to work. So, what do we want to do here? VS Code is giving me a lot of red lines. I don't like red lines. I don't know about you guys. But, we don't worry too much. So how do we get the memory stuff to work in the background? That's the main question. I guess it's the proposed architecture of the generating the LLM outside of the actual graph and then inserting into the graph. Yeah. So how do we insert the LLM into the graph? There's no way that we're supposed to just like shove it into the input dictionary, right? That would be such a stupid implementation. I don't know. So let's like, okay, hold on, let's ask ChatGPT. First prompt of the day. So let's say I have an LLM, or I have an LLM that I want to use for both my line graph and also the memory storage process, which takes place asynchronously. How do I insert it into, or how should I insert it into the graph? Or is this a good idea at all? Graph dot equals build graph. Okay. So I guess we just make like a separate thing for build graph, right? Thread safety, current generate calls. will cause the GPU to explode. Asyncio.q. Yep. If your memory task isn't latency sensitive, another good option is to give it a second smaller model for summarization. Yeah, we're not using that just yet. Okay. Okay, so this means that this is probably not good enough. This is the code that I got from Google, as in like Google's repository, and well, it's just not it, I guess. So let's fix it. How do we fix it? Well, LLM personality model. So what do we even use this for? Where do we shove it into anything? Validate generate response. I think it should be in generate response, right? And then state.get this thing, prompt extend response equals personality model. And it's just that we defined it down there. Okay. State return LLM.invoke. Build graph LLM. More concrete implementation suggestion. Dedicated service. Talks to blah 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 blah. No, shut up. Shut up. Class graph node. What the frick am I looking at? I am working with length graph, so can I just pass this to the overall, to the state of the graph on initialization or something? I feel like that's a horrible idea. Okay. You're so right. It's probably going to cause memory problems if I do that. So, build your graph. Okay. Build graph. Okay, agent create .a invoke state. Agent.llm. Okay, so we can build it like this. That's interesting. Okay, we can turn the graph into some sort of state, right? Nice options to inject the dependency when constructing the graph. See, that's kind of what I was thinking as well. Like, as we initialize the graph, we shove the LLM into there. Make chat node LLM service, define chat node state my state respond return response LLM.invoke. Return chat node. What am I looking at? What am I thinking of? I am thinking of the football game between Argentina and Cape Verde. Define chat node state my state. Return response LLM.invoke. Okay, I don't really want to do that actually. It just feels very complicated for not too much reason. So instead, I guess we can just like go with a memory. I mean, with a class model instead. So we can initialize it there. And then for the memory service, we just create a separate thing for that. Yeah. And so the whole memory manager thing, it's a entire line graph by itself, right? So we don't need to think too much about this. We kind of just like shove it into the background. And then the LLM then passes some sort of object to some queue, and the memory manager then just runs it in. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Agent. Okie dokie. Memory. Memory service.py. Okay. Class. Or not memory service. Class memory. Class memory. Init cell memory model. Base chat model. And also do we need also the memory service thing? I have no clue. Okay, so what do we need to do for this? Convert the graph to a class instead of whatever the frick it is right now. Yeah, like what is it even called? I think it's just called package, right? Yeah. And then also memory class, and I think that's it, right? Make agent and memory share a queue. Okay. Okie dokie. Holy, what the frick? Cape Bear tied it up again. There's no way. Okay, hold up. I'm very distracted right now. But mother of frick, what? 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 Cape Verde. My god, they're actually gonna take out Argentina. This will be the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Sorry, I should get back to work. Oh, if I really want to watch, I really want to check the game. Okay, self-memory model equals memory model, and also, yeah, memory manager. Oh, you know what? Shoot, if we do retrieve memory, then we also need to look at the memory manager, right? And the memory manager is going to be in the memory thing. So, okay, you know what we can do? So for retrieve memory, other things to consider. So, retrieve memory. So currently it just directly uses a memory manager, but we're going to move that to a separate thing. So instead it's going to be the LLM, or the main agent. It creates some sort of object that basically says, okay, I need to get something from the memory. So I need to write that down. Agent creates some data structure that says that they need to get something from the memory. This is then passed into the shared queue. Memory class reads this and says, and inputs the corresponding data in the queue. And then I need to make sure that this should be blocking, because LLM can't do much without the memory, fully retrieved. Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie. And then self.memory. Is it memory manager, memory store? Retrieve memory. Okay, memory store, memory they're all here. Yeah, check pointer equals memory check pointer. Builder.compile. I guess for memory check pointer we can just leave it in here, because it'll add a lot of extra latency and also a lot of overhead in the refactor. It might be a bit messy though, but I think I'm fine taking on that technical debt for now, especially since this project's not going to get too large. Memory store. Do I? Sure, might as well make it like an initialize, right? Yeah. So, def initial, do we want to, yeah, def underscore, initialize memory self, and then, okay, embeddings, OpenAI embeddings. I think I need this for the memory, right? And just import. Memory check pointer, memory store. And memory manager. And these wacky functions are defined over where? Defined over here? Dude, where are they even defined? I'm pretty sure it's line point, check point, memory saver, parse memory instructions. Okay, yeah. So from LLM dot, or is it? No, it should just be LLM. Yeah. LLM dot agents dot. Memory instructions in memory saver, checkpoint from line graph, you import, give me more imports. What is this? Import this. Personality model, okay, that's a bit different. Let me rename this to memory model. Or self-done memory model. Or, alright, we just pass in self-done memory model as a thing, right? And then self underscore initialize memory. So should we like just initialize everything in init? Yeah, I don't think we should like make like a separate thing here. I feel like it might get confusing, to be honest. But then like we specify what is self and what is not, right? Memory module for the agent attributes, memory manager, memory store, memory. Do we want memory check pointer in here? I think I'm not going to have the memory check pointer in here. So let's see. Do we need the connection as well? Like other than, oh, I guess, yeah, we need a con database connection. Yeah, I don't need memory check pointer. So, or self-done embeddings. And embeddings, self. Okie dokie. everything look good? I think everything is good here. What is going on here? Initialize memory. Okay. Now we need to, you know what else we need? We also need that thing. We need async EOQ for communications. So, where do we find this? I have no clue. We find it here, in LLM service. Self.q equals asyncio.q. I guess we just make it like a new queue. Sure, I guess that works. But, so that's how we communicate between different things, right? So what happens is that, I guess we have a queue in memory and a separate queue in the LLM. And then when something appears in the memory, we send it to the queue for the LLM, right? Yeah. Okay, I feel it's a bit different from the event bus method that we're doing right now, in that we're not explicitly subscribing to a specific data type, since what? Since we're assuming like there's not going to be many different data types that are going to be passed, or any at all. It's more or less just because I need a way for like the LLM to be used in both the memory and also the actual communication side of things, because that latency is bothering me a lot. Okay, I think that's okay. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, what do we do here now? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Okay. Or do they share the same queue? Like, probably shouldn't. Let me go input queue, asyncio.q, and output queue, asyncio.q, self.input queue, import asyncio. Sending message, process messages for sending. Sure. Or async ref run self. So do I need this? While true await self dot input q dot get and await event data or command equals await self dot input q dot get and then async dot process command self command. I also need something here. Should we like make it like a state? Are they passing states? I shouldn't. This should be a separate data type. Because states refer to like internally in the AI agent, right? Would it be right to call this a state? I don't know. Okay, let's say I Okay. Instead, we just have some other data object. Okay. So data.py class memory input data, and then from not data class import base model. Okay, and base model input data from memory operations. Command stir. Command. Okie class memory output data base model. I don't think I need this. Get out. Content stir. Content of the memory operation. Okay, sick. And then from LLM. Why is it SRC? From LLM dot agent, or is it dot data? Import. Oh, LLM dot agent dot data. Okay, I'm kind of stupid. Okie dokie. Command equals this, or data process input self dot data, and then command equals data dot command. Okay, I don't want to just press tab and complete that because I don't trust it. If command equals store, or I guess I did it now. Retrieve memory user self.memory manager dot invoke. Okay. Okay, that's not what I want to see. Yep. State messages -1 dot content. Okay, I think here we should pass in the entire state, but I also want to keep it like internal to the LLM, right? I don't want it like outside of the LLM or outside of the AI agent. Because then what? Then there's like coupling and it's weird. But at the same time, it's like, if I just pass in the content, I feel like that's not very robust. And I might end up with problems that way. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okie dokie. State messages -1 dot content. Sure, I guess. Data dot data. Okie dokie. So what is going on? Self.memory manager search. Shush. Oh, yep. I also need all of that, right? No, I don't. Query equals data dot data. Ooh, wait, yeah, okay, so we definitely need actually the state. Data state any. Just gonna put any. Any data associated with a command. Data.data query equals data.data state metadata. So state which equals data.data and user message which equals state messages -1 content. Okie dokie. User ID, channel ID, limit 20. Okay. Content stir equals retrieve data. Okie dokie. Else invalid command. Yeah. I don't know how I want to handle invalid commands here. Or it shouldn't even get to this block. Because memory, it's not like the LLM's directly querying memory, it's just built into the graph. It's like, okay, LLM graph reaches here, it's just building the context, it gets stuff from the memory. Okay. Okay. So, what now? Store memory. Just gonna copy and paste. Oi. Copy and paste. Paste. I didn't put it in the if else. I'm so stupid. How could one man be? Ugh. How did that happen? This. Okay. And then. What? Logger. Oh, what? You input the logger from there? I don't need the logger from there. Ugh. Logging. Import get or logging. And logger equals logger LLM. Okay, yep. That's not the time. Memory manager.invoke. This should be self.memory manager.invoke. State, okay. State data. Input equals to process. Shut up. And okay. Content which equals what? Content equals none. We don't even need to put anything here because it's just running in the background, huh? And then instead of invoke here, we're just going to do a invoke await self.memory retrieve data. Oh, you can do it like this? Hold up, I need to see. Because I don't trust it. Where is ChatGPT? ChatGPT. Can I search length graph restore using invoke? Or memory manager? Okay, no. but still search. And I mean, we don't need it to be whatchamacallit anyways. Yeah. Why is it so scuffed? And also, why is this thing all the way here? Oh, I don't want that. Ooh. Runnable config none and function search. Runnable config. Shush, it'll be alright. Just ignore the problems and they'll go away. I don't think that's how it works. And then await self.process input data. And then we just hang here forever, right? Yeah. And then this invokes the graph and stuff. Okie dokie. Memory class implementation. Graph.py. Okay, so instead we're just gonna go class graph. Holy frick. So for now, let's just what happened? Class graph, shut up. Init, self, and pass underscored. Wait, oh, I just checked football and Argentina beat Cape Verde 3-2. I'm sure it was a banger game though. I'm sure the game banged very hard. Okay. Where, build graph. Why did I need to look at ChatGPT just to see what to name this stupid function, huh? Build graph self. And then this is where we paste all of this bottom code here. Okay, not yet. Okay, what do we need? Self.graph equals build graph, and then we need to just return graph at the end, right? So I guess we can call it agent. Sure. Agent graph. That's cooler. And we don't need the memory stuff. Okay. Embeddings, we don't need you, we don't need the connection. Check pointer, memory store, I don't need you. Memory manager, get out. And I don't need you either. Memory check pointer, we do want that. These are all just going to be self, and then they're all going to pass in self. And self.route after validation. Why? Like self state, overall state. What is this? swear it's probably just slop coded. Mediocre level programmer. This is why I'm unemployed. It's probably not, but I just want to amplify this insecurity so I get better at programming, because to me it's a lot more fun doing that rather than anything else. Okie dokie. Graph of the LLM agent attributes. Graph, yep, and then we also have personality model. We don't need anything else, right? Are you kidding me? Oh no, we don't need store. Wait, whoops. Route after validation, yep. Set of route after validation. Store memory. We're getting store memory is a bit different, right? Instead of storing into there or storing like during the call, or what do I call it? Storing while blocking, we're instead just gonna send the message into some sort of queue that's gonna then talk to the AI stuff or the memory stuff. Yeah, epic, sick. Okay. So, personality model, and what else do we need? Oh, input queue and output queue, just like the memory stuff. Input queue, async. I forgot about that. Personality model, base model. Graph. What is even the type of graph? I have no clue actually. Init self, input queue, output queue, and self input queue, output queue, and then self dot model. This is just base model. Why? Oh, base chat model. Whoops. Base chat model. Is that all the stuff with the generation with the personality model? I guess so. I guess so. Okay, all of this looks right to me. Sick. Okay, retrieve memory. Instead of doing this, we're just going to do memory message, right? Yeah, okay. LLM.agent.data, memory import, memory output. Okay. Equals memory input data, command retrieve. It's retrieve, right? It is retrieve, okie dokie. And then we go self dot input queue dot, whoops. Self dot input queue dot put, no wait. It should just be put. Put data. Oh await self. Oh, it's because I'm stupid. And then await self dot output dot get memory output. Okay. Dict string unknown is not unassignable to overall state. Yeah, shut up. Shut your frick. You frickin' frick. That's right, I'm not afraid to call it a frickin' frick. I will be the frickest of all fricks. Okay, generate response. Everything else looks more or less the same. Yeah. And then store memory. Okay, rather than doing all of this stuff, we go data equals store data equals state. Why is it create task? Because I think I have to async up this. Memory output state get if memory out. It doesn't matter. So store memory should just be run separately, right? Oh yeah, because then this is just going to block forever, right? Oh, so instead we should go. Can we just do store memory like to thread or something? Okay, so no. We don't need to actually await this. We just need to put it in, right? And then whatever output is just whatever. Or actually, yeah, if we store, we don't add anything to this. Okay. So storing things just takes in some data to store, yeah. Memory is not output or storing. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So is everything good now? I sure hope it is. Nope, we still have some stuff to fix. That's okay. I'll fix the import errors later. That's not important. Graph import agent graph. Oh, no, we don't see on graph. So okay. While true, yeah, I'm not while true in that. Graph equals agent graph. And first off, okay, you know what? We can build a model inside of the graph. Screw it. That was a horrible idea. Yep, LLM factory. Get out. LLM factory, personality model, LLM factory, make model, personality model path. Get out. And then memory equals where from LLM.agent.memory input memory. Okay. Equals memory, and then memory model, so personality. Wait, this is whoa. Graph input q, which equals asyncio.q. Graph output q equals input q for the graph equals graph input q, graph output q, graph. This should be graph output Q, and this should be graph input Q, and then I spelled this wrong. So how does the memory do anything? It just kind of runs. Yeah. asyncio.toThread. Okay, await self.q.get, right? So how do I just like run it in the background? Can I just do like toThread? Wow, true async def run. Wait. So, what the frick? Okay. So, let's say I have some sort of async def run function which can do more or less just run forever. I want to start this function another async def function, but I don't want it to walk there for waiting. How can I do this? Asyncio create task. So you're supposed to do a coroutine with a task? Okay, interesting. Memory task equals create task memory run. And ooh, graph. Graph.invoke equals agent graph dot graph, right? Oh, graph dot invoke. Okay, agent. Okay. Hopefully this works. Task, async sleep. This thing is just running in the background. And everything else goes by vibes. That's all I can say here. Okie dokie. It broke. Why did it break? Why is it not loading? Why is it not working? Where is main? It broke again. What? Okay. cd src python main.py. Don't break on me. I don't expect this to work. But wait, where's my funny colors? Oi! Oi, my funny colors are gone. What? Okay, I guess it's none of it's my stuff. I thought I would have funny colors. They're not. I don't see funny colors. What? Oh, this is a Docker. Keep forgetting to open the Docker thing. Let me open Docker here. And then just run. Start. Please work. Don't break on me. It works. It is. Hmm. Now Discord initializes after everything else. That's interesting. Maybe Discord should just everything should initialize parallel. Like that's such a small fix, to be honest. Zarya, I made some changes to your latency. How do you feel? Please don't break. Oh, oh, really? Turn control? Spawn do this, please. It broke. Nice. No synchronous function provided to retrieve memory. Retrieve memory. Okay. So what is going on? Initialize synchronous. What? So what line is the problem here? Oi, oi, oi. Okay, time for a short break, it says. Okay, chat. What do you want to talk about while waiting? I guess I have some other stuff to manage that I can just look at while, yeah. Gaming gamers. Gaming. See, like, what are you supposed to do on a break, huh? to work, gamers. Let's get this thing fixed. Where did it get to? No synchronous function provided to retrieve memory. Oh, because we didn't ace. Oh wait. So a invoke. Oh, that's gonna be nasty. Okay. So I think the problem, yeah, because this thing requires async. I'm pretty sure we can just a invoke the graph, right? Compile, make model, add nodes, self. Well, okay. What if I just where's? Okay, watch this magic. I'm gonna put boom. A invoke. Okay, do I need to wait this though? I converted a couple of nodes in my lang graph to async def. How do I invoke this graph? Okay, so it has to be await graph.a invoke. Oh shoot. Okay, so it just has to be asyncio.run. Await asyncio.toThread. Oh wait. Oh, we can get rid of this. Oh, we can just do await async. Boom. Await asyncio.graph.invoke. Let's go. You can get out. Or wait, Okay. Okay. Azaria is now online. How do you feel? Okay. Let's just send this message again. Oh, no. Wait, what? Oh, that's because I sent it without typing. Okay. That's interesting. Azaria, I made some changes to your memory latency. How do you feel? Please don't think. 0.95. It's a horrible way to go about things. Pasting instead. Or adapter. Pasting instead of typing. Things break when you paste messages instead of typing them. Oh, something's happening. It might just be waiting there forever. It's like wanna block forever. It might just block forever. Okay, you know, as it's just blocking here forever, I'm also going to respond to some messages on other platforms. Hold up. Because I'm also doing something on the side. I don't know if you can hear the typing. Erm. Yeah. Okay. I was okay. I was off on the side doing other stuff for a bit too long. Okay. Okie dokie. Zori is now thinking, oh, sure. Sure. That works. That works. I don't mind that. So I don't think it actually gets into the graph. Um. Um. A invoke, right? Why does it just block forever? Okay, I need cursor to help me debug this. See, it's always cursor that pulls up at the end. And also, if you, yeah, you notice that my screen is now just completely black. Yeah, I don't know why, but Linux seems to be very, or Nitrogen seems to be very inconsistent on this whole having a background thing. Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Dude, I am getting so distracted. Cursor, cursor, cursor. Okay. So, I am looking to what? Rework my thingy thing. My LLM agent code so that the memory is running in storage is running in the background since that has massive latency. But now it appears that something is just blocking. Can you find this bug? Respond within. Keep your response within 4 sentences. Oh, queues are across the LLM service, puts request on graph input, and waits on graph output while memory reads from graph. Oh, I see, I see. Graph input queue. Huh. Use dot content. You know what, I just don't really feel like implementing this manually. Mostly because I'm typing stuff on the side. Because I might have a life. So, can you implement this? And by kind of have a life, I mean side hustle. Side hustle more important than streaming. Wow. Okay, it's like 2 lines. Graph embed. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Cursor, thank you for your service. Now get out of here. Now we go like here, and we go here. Okay, now, this is break it. This is copy and paste again. Respond, please. So stupid. Okay, I don't like this as Arya is now thinking. Get out of here. Because does it just hang forever? It might just be hanging forever. Yippee! I love it when it's hanging. Okay. Cursor. Cursor didn't fix it. It's so over. Type type human message is not superscriptable. Wait. So where did it get stuck? Self. Okay, yeah. It was stuck on self.q.get for behaviors. Wait, what? No, it's not. Wait, why? Huh? Okay. And I hate debugging asyncio. Okay, I need a... I assume it's probably just like what Cursor said earlier, right? Wait a second. Did I get the changes on VS Code? Or was it Cursor exclusive changes? Cursor DLC? Heck yeah. Love a Cursor DLC. Graph input queue. Okay, so instead, input queue, input queue, input queue, input queue. This is probably the problem, actually. So let's just take a look at what's happening, right? Let's, 3 splits, boom. Okay, so they're both getting input queue in their input queue, and they're both getting output queue as their output queue. So what does this mean for the components? Retrieve memory, self input queued output data, right? I don't know, it should be like this, right? So you await self.input queue.put the data, and here it says that the thing is retrieved, right? So data.data. Okay, let's just see if we even get to this print. Okay. If we can get to the actual memory storage stuff, I'd be kind of impressed. Just so we get the typing thing, so the Zarya knows that we were typing. Why? Just... Why? Okay, 0.9. Okay, so it does get there. Now, why does it just hang forever? Wait, self.memory manager.a invoke. Okay, so we know for sure it doesn't complete this thing. To do this thing hangs, or this thing blocks. Or actually, wait, no. It's in retrieve, right? Okay, so I reckon it finishes all of this stuff, and then output queue, it puts the memory content thing. I'm pretty sure for the graph output queue, graph input queue, right? because in the graph we read from the input queue and then we write to the output queue. So in retrieve memory we await self.output. Oh wait, so why is it self.output queue? Oh, await self.input queue.put. Why? I'm kind of stupid. Yeah. Await self.output queue.put and self.input queue.get. Where is store memory? Input queue or output queue. So it puts into the output queue and it gets from the input queue, right? Okay. I'm pretty sure it should be pretty much the exact same logic, right? Or maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. I think I'm not thinking that hard. Azaria, I made some changes to your memory. They don't appear to be working. Please work this time. Okay. So it reads it and then it just starts hanging. It's just hanging. Memory manage.ainfo. Okay, I assume it has to be this thing, right? Self.output queue.put. Why is it this? And then we just print. Made some more changes to your memory. They again don't appear to be working. Please work, Azaria. I beg of you. Okay. And then it never actually is able to put into the output queue. Okay, that's interesting. What? Wait, I'm so confused. What? So it doesn't actually get to the output queue? Hint entered retrieval. Ay, ay, ay. Zarya, please work this time. I made changes to your memory to reduce latency and it does not appear to be working at all. Okay, so I entered retrieval properly and then it just hangs there. It hangs there. It hangs on self.output queue.put. So why is that? Oh, is it because... Oh, I think what happens is... Okay, hold up. Let's say I have an async queue. I have one thing that is waiting output into the queue. Another thing that is awaiting a get from the queue. What will happen? I think it just blocks, right? consumer just blah blah. It blocks until producer calls put. Which is first, items added immediately, later. So it reaches get. It blocks until this thing puts. As soon as put happens, and okay. Cleo.gather. So it should be able to put, right? Created a queue with max size and full. Oh, this hurts my head. It hurts my head. It hurts my head. Self.output queue.put. Memory output data. Are we like not await? No, if you don't await one of this stuff, it just explodes, right? You get an error. Don't await async def function in Python. Gives you an error, right? Oh no, that's not the problem. Wait self.process input data. And okay, line 104 is hanging. I need to bring cursor back for this, or whoops. It's not what I meant to do. Okay, appears to still be a problem associated with the put on line 104 of memory.py. Can you investigate this? Give me a description of what is going on within 4 sentences. Low cortisol codon. Huge cortisol levels. Huge. Cortisol's off the charts in the moon, in the stratosphere. It's struggling. It's struggling. Anyways, chat, how are you doing? While Cursor's trying to find my problems. Because I don't know what's going on. It shouldn't be search. It shouldn't be search. Okay, I'll print here. I don't think it's search. Okie dokie. Sorry, please work. You haven't been able to say a message all day. Please don't die on me. I want to come to the the exact same conclusion as cursor, and it's gonna be so funny. Oh yeah, it is because of search. Oh. Yep. Yep. It wasn't even that. I'm just so inept. I'm like just a dummy head. But now let's just see why. Because I'm really interested in this. Okay, retrieve memory blocks, blah, blah, but that never is reached because memory manager search raises first. The manager was created without self.memory store. Oh, wait, what? And the background memory task is no longer a graph node. Oh, I see. So it just kills on the spot. Okay, that makes sense. Honestly, okay. So I can get Cursor to just fix this, but I want to fix it manually because I really want to understand what's going on. Okay, I see. So we create memory store manager here, but we never actually pass the memory store into it. That's what Cursor is saying. So, how do we fix this? Well, let's do the old-fashioned way of looking at the docs. Line graph create memory store manager. Memory store manager model schemas runnable memory state. Okie dokie. So it's outside of a graph context, right? Conversation. Okay, so let's say I have a memory store object from lang chain. I want to create a memory store with it, but I am not working in a graph, so compile will not work. How do I insert memory store object into the memory store manager? Memory store manager. What else does Cursor say? Background memory task is no longer a graph node, so get store. Get store is built into that thing. Okay. Not using a graph. Pass the store in yourself, right? Self.store. No. I don't think this is how it works. Yeah. I am using the function create memory store manager from line graph. Please search online. Ay. Is designed to obtain base store runtime context. That's not good. Entry point store equals store. Interact with the base store, that is not happening. There we go. Oh, this is painful. Oh, this is gonna be really, really painful, isn't it? Oi, 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 oi. Okay, entry point store equals store, injects the store. So, let's say I have a class. So does this mean that I just do like run at entry point class for the memory component of my AI agent? This is separate from the rest of the agent as there's significant latency in storing memory, and I want it to run in parallel as the to not block the AI agent's response. I have a function run which just starts it and give me an idea of how to use this decorator. Tiny line graph runtime. Okie dokie. What the hell am I looking at? Okay, memory store inputs at entry point store equals store. Memory pipeline. Create tasks that use I'm so confused. I don't get this at all. So I initialize memory store and memory manager. So I have a function so initialize store. Wait, so you have to no, shut your mouth. Which initializes the memory store and the manager, and I just throw the decorator onto there. I ideally want everything to be contained in a class. For executing code, not for initializing. Okay, so in that case, can I at entry point? Ay. Memory component entry point if you want. Oh, this is interesting. The runner. Okay, I think the more that I look at this, the more confused I get. This is not good. Oh, what am I doing? This is pathetic. So I still don't really know how decorators work in Python. I think that's the problem. Or I can convert everything into like a line graph, right? Store equals. You know what? Do you think it's gonna work? So cursor's telling me to just pass store equals self.memory store, but I don't even think this works. You know, you never know until you try. This can save me like an hour of effort if this does actually work. Okay, it didn't crash. That's interesting. Zarya, please work. You haven't talked today. You can't die like this. I just want to better latency for you. Zarya, don't die. I think it's stuck. It's stuck again. Okay, I think I might need to think about this off camera. Because on camera, cortisol levels are a bit too low for this. So I don't think I can really... Actually, wait, what am I even saying? Oh, it doesn't work, it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay, but everything else seems to be more or less correct. Hold up. What? What the frick? Make things work. So instead, let's just learn about decorators. Because I love decorating things. Flexible way to modify or extend behavioral functions without changing their actual code. Takes another function as argument and returns a new function. Okay. So they are often used as... Define decorator. Define wrapper. Print before function. Print after. What? So taking the function it... What the frick? Print hello world. Oh, I see. So it's like running a function inside of another function. I see, I see. Also, wait, I think I'm getting sick. I'm dying slowly. Our decorator greet. So define greet decorator function. So then you execute this stuff. So you kind of just determine where the function runs and then you execute that. Okay. Expanding functions and stuff. So now decorator with arguments, args, kw args, blah blah. Okay. Func args and kw args. Keyword args. So what happens here? Well, so this returns a plus b, which is 8 args kw args. So in this case, we pass a, b into the actual wrapper, And then wrapper prints before execution, and then wait, what? Why does it do print after execute? Oh wait, because it returns here. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Types of decorators. You know what? Okay, I might just be getting sick. And also this thing's not working. I'll save this debugging for tomorrow. I'll figure out more about it until then. Anyways,